Hello, I'm Christine LeMaire, and thank you for joining me today. I'm going to be talking about what does it take to make it. Thanks to Oprah, we're more focused on observing how our children express themselves. As parents, we welcome it when our child shows an interest in an activity and eagerly sign them up for training. It is recognized that kids who are actively engaged in singing, dancing, acting classes, or more sports activities are more focused and less apt to get into trouble and having too much idle time on their hands. But it's important to note that to make it in the business, your child must understand that their professional life's blueprint is continuous education, training, and experience. Not just for the fun of it, but that it's a part of their job in continuing to develop their craft. Of course, while they are still young, it will be your job to handle the business aspects and working with their business manager and agent to get them to the training that they need and work experience necessary to constantly nurture and grow their talent and build successful careers. With competition getting harder and harder in Hollywood, triple threat, vocal, dance, and acting is a given. But to give your child even more chances, training in various other things like kickboxing, fencing, horseback riding, skateboarding, surfing, playing musical instruments, etc. can go a long way in casting situations. Of course, not training in multiple activities all at once, but through their development years to keep the kids balanced. They can acquire skill sets that will carry them into different directions that you may never have thought of before. What happens when your child is ready and set to go on countless auditions? Their grounding must be in place. That comes from good parenting and good coaching that they'll receive as they're young. Chances are, at least at first, they will go on auditions and not even get callbacks. The attitude of having fun must be paramount. If the auditions stop being fun, then it's time to redirect their career development, because in acting, for more than 95% of the people in the business, a lifetime of rejection is what's ahead. If your child is just looking for fame or fortune, please quickly find another passion that they can have tucked away inside of them. Your child will need to enjoy the process and the training, the rehearsals, the auditions, because actual filming is just the icing on the cake. And so, actually, I don't mean to sound discouraging by no means. I just want to be realistic. You want your kids or teen actors to be happy as working actors, and their goal is to be able to one day make a good living at their chosen career. I strongly suggest that you guided your child into wanting to be a working actor rather than a star. Okay, you're here. You're convinced that your goals and your child's desires are in tune. Let's get started. First of all, get professional advice from several sources of your child's talent. Not just their dance or acting teachers who you've been paying for lessons, but seek out assessments from reliable people. Don't make the mistake of hearing just what you want to hear. There is nothing wrong with encouraging your child in the performing arts for just skills and personal development. It's an excellent way to broaden their world, get physically active, make friends, make memories, gain self-esteem, and gain self-confidence. Does your actor have the it factor? X Factor judge Simon Cowell periodically remarks about the it factor when assessing contestants. It's one of those ambiguous, subjective, and indefinable attributes a performer has or doesn't have. You do know it when you see it. They just have that certain je ne sais quoi, or that indescribable something that makes them special. The it factor, when applied to actors, is that they seem to radiate a certain charm, intensity, or charisma on camera. Jean Lurie, a casting director with MGM Films, once said in a workshop that I attended that she thinks everything is in the eyes. Either an actor can project it through the eyes or she passes over them. I've always heard the saying that the eyes are the window of the soul. I think that means that the camera doesn't lie, and the actor must be able to connect from their eyes to the lens of the camera while acting or doing a cold reading, a scene. They just have to draw in and convince their audience of what they're trying to convey. You've also heard the old adage, the eyes have it. While some may say that one is born with the it factor, I think that it can be developed if the fire inside burns hot enough. When performance coaching, I always say, let your light shine through your eyes. Or I tell them, your face is saying one thing, but your eyes don't. If one possesses the it factor, then I think it makes him more likely to be noticed in all of the audition processes. You may ask, what does it take to make it? Some of the questions that you want to be confident in your answers are, does your child have an outgoing personality or outspoken? Does your child have the it factor? Is your child eager to try new things? Is your child creative? Does your child make good grades in school? Does your child enjoy taking classes to expand his talents? Does he have a burning desire to be an actor? Is he or she willing to make sacrifices for his profession? Is your child photogenic? Is your child articulate? The seriousness of making a profession out of acting requires that you take a real interest and be honest in your assessment of your child's passions. One guardian must be interested in the business at all times, especially if the child is very young. Someone has to do the researching, the planning, pay the expenses, and of course do the driving, sit in the audition waiting rooms, and be on set while the young actor works. Something must be there in the parent's soul that gives them the belief that their child would be happy in this entertainment business. If you think about when a boy is great at hitting or throwing a ball at a very young age, the parent usually begins spending time in the yard helping them develop that pitching arm, at baseball practice and going to countless games without question. Or if you love to play tennis and your child grows up watching you enjoy playing, he may likely want to follow in your footsteps. These are natural occurrences that are easily recognized. So when parents start their babies in modeling or acting at such early ages, it's often first because of the parent's interest or desire for earning income. However, as soon as the child is old enough to show his own feelings or what's going on, the parent must reassess. As soon as our kids are able to verbalize their feelings, it's our place to listen. I remember a dear friend, Matt, father to Mariah, who is a member of the national recording pop group Savvy, who I formed over 10 years ago, telling me that at the age of 2, Mariah would ask him to throw her into the television because she wanted to be on TV. For the past 10 years, she's been spent training in singing, dancing, acting, and has been a professional performer since the age of 10. Mariah is the happiest in front of the audience or a camera. And now she's over 18, she's modeling and has already filmed a television series and has just finished her first feature movie. She is driven, has such a positive attitude towards life and a skill set of talent that will sustain her in the business. She's loving every minute of it, and I love watching her succeed. Remember, when it stops being fun for the actor, run, not walk, to another direction. As parents who are managing your child's career, you must be careful not to go overboard and use your child's career to validate your own self-worth. It is so important that the actor is working because they want to, not because he or she is required to work. A good example and inspiration is Hilary Duff, one of America's favorite kid, tween, teen, and now young adult actress. Her mom, Susan Duff, is known as being tough, but she has done a great job in handling her daughter's career. Columnist Cindy Adams once acclaimed Hilary's mother, Susan Duff, as setting the new gold standard in stage moms. Susan rebutted in the news by saying, well, who's supposed to make decisions for a 15-year-old if not her parents? No matter what one says about how tough Hilary's mom is as her manager, the facts speak for themselves. Hilary has had a fantastic career as a child actor. She's grown into an adult movie star, pop star, and entrepreneur. Hilary left Texas for Hollywood and under her mom's direction forged a wonderful career for herself. At the age of 10, she got her first role, and Duff paid her dues for a few years before her big break. Her appearances started in 1997 in women's Western True Women, 1998 Casper, as the friendly ghost friend Wendy. And in 1999, she was in The Soul Collector. And this paved the way for her best-known role on Disney Channel's Lizzie McGuire. Then on to her successful movie and pop star career with her own clothing line and perfume line with Elizabeth Arden. Hillary is now happily married with a beautiful child and a flourishing acting career. Susan is Hillary's manager. However, you may be thinking, what do you do if you weren't qualified to be a child's manager? Well, Susan learned through the growing years of her daughter's career, and you can too. In videos to come, I will teach you all about the business behind show business. But for now, get started with a real conversation with your budding entertainer and determine if you're both up to the challenge. If so, then the first step is to find great training in your area. Talk to others who are successful in your area. And a key factor in making it in show business is the team that you're going to put together to help you succeed. And when the time's right, you'll know when it is time to leave for Hollywood for pilot season, training, auditions, and opportunities for actors. Or to start having a music career and have a demo tape produced and shopped to the music labels. All in all, first steps are, number 1, desire, 2, commitment, 3, train and practice, 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 and number 4, put together a kick-ass team. Thanks for your time, and I hope that you'll check out my other videos coming up. If you would like personal consultation, please contact me through Entertainment Coaching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.